Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening and welcome to the final night of the Falcon Lady Invitational. Your starting lineups. First up, for the Chargers, number 0, Jennifer Carrillo. For the Bluebirds, number 21, Elizabeth Schmucker. For the Chargers, number 1, Kirsten Dold. For the Bluebirds, number 25, Kaylee Gurr. For the Chargers, number 3, Mackenzie Hoops. Number 31 for the Bluebirds, Bethany Harrell. Number 5 for the Lady Chargers, Macy Dunlevy. Number 41 for the Lady Bluebirds, Lena Lehrman. And number 15 for the Lady Chargers, Cassie Dunlevy. And number 45 for the Bluebirds, Rachel Zogelman. Good luck to both teams. Chargers will start with the ball. Dunlevy will inbounds to Hoops. Hoops over to Dunlevy. Pressure brought on by number 31, Harrell. Ball gets loose. Recovered by the Chargers, and a foul is called. Fouls on number 31 for the Bluebirds, Bethany Harrell. That is her first and the team's first. Hoops setting up the offense for the Chargers. Passes over to Carrillo. Carrillo looks inside. It's not there. Gets it over to Dunlevy. Dunlevy over to Hoops. Hoops goes to drive. Kicks it out to Dunlevy. Dunlevy kicks it over to Dunlevy. It's slapped out by Schmucker. Schmucker's on the ball. And ball goes out of bounds. Ball last touch, number 3, Mackenzie Hoops for the Chargers. It'll be the Bluebirds' ball. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker hands it off to Zogelman. Zogelman looks to drive, dumps it inside to Harrell. Harrell goes up for 2, and it's no good. Rebounded by Lehrman. Lehrman puts it up, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. She'll pass it over to Carrillo. Carrillo looks inside, brings it up towards the top. Sends it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy sends it over to Hoops. Hoops comes over to the top, looks to drive, kicks it out to Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Dold. Dold looks inside, it's not there, gives it back to Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Carrillo. Carrillo moves the ball inside, kicks it out to Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Hoops. Hoops goes to drive, pressure brought on. She kicks it out to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to go up, puts it up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. She'll pass it down to Gurr. Gurr gives it back to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots the 3, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. She'll pass it over to Carrillo. Carrillo over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy to Hoops. Over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy to Dold. Dold is looking inside. The screen is set by Dunleavy. Dold loses it, recovered by Dunleavy. Hoops gets the ball. She takes a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Dunleavy, and Dunleavy goes up with it, and it's taken out of her hands by Harrell. Gurr with the ball. She'll dump it inside to Lehrman. Lehrman gets it, goes up for 2, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. She'll send it over to Dold. Dold looks inside. Pressure brought on by Zogelman. Dold looks to drive, kicks it out to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside, gives it over to Hoops. Hoops comes in. She loses the ball. It's tipped out by Lehrman, recovered by Schmucker. Schmucker gives it over to Lehrman. Lehrman comes down, goes up with the shot, and it's no good. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up, recovered by Harrell, and ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bluebirds. It'll be the Chargers' ball. Hoops with the ball. And she'll pass it over to Dold. And Dold gets called for a walk. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Your score is 7 Bluebirds, 2 for the Chargers. Schmucker with the ball. And she'll give it over to Gurr. Gurr will give it to Zogelman. Zogelman inside to Harrell. Harrell goes up. It's no good, and a foul is called on the shot. Harrell will go to the line shooting 2. And that foul's on number 1 for the Chargers, Kirsten Dold. And it's good. Matlack has checked in for the Chargers. Second shot's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Zogelman. Zogelman gives it over to Gurr. Gurr inside to Lehrman. Lehrman kicks it out to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots the 3. No good. Rebounded by Hoops. Hoops bringing the ball down the court with some speed. She looks inside, gives it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Dold. Dold comes up towards the top, kicks it out to Dunleavy. She loses it, but recovers it. Pressure brought on by Harrell. Hoops there to help with Dunleavy. The Chargers setting up their offense. Pass it over to Matlack. Matlack's looking inside, gets it inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to go up, and it's stolen from behind by Zogelman. Zogelman gives it to Harrell. Harrell to Schmucker. Schmucker down the line to Gurr. Gurr shoots a 3, and it's going to be long. Tipped back in by Zogelman, but goes out of bounds. It'll be the Chargers' ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll pass it over to Bailey. Bailey inside to Dunleavy. It gets thrown up, recovered by Dunleavy. And Dunleavy gets tripped. And that foul is going to be on number 41 for the Bluebirds, Lena Lehrman. That's her first and the team's second. Dunleavy to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive and is called for a walk. And Sperlin has checked in for the Bluebirds. Schmucker with the ball. She kicks it out to Sperlin. Sperlin goes inside, gives it inside to Zogelman. Zogelman back to Sperlin. Sperlin shoots, and it's good for 2. Hoops to bring the ball down for the Chargers. Schmucker ready to apply the pressure. And a 30-second timeout is called by the Chargers. Your score, Goessel 10, Burrton 2. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Hoops with the ball. Pressure brought on by Schmucker. Hoops over to Bailey. Zogelman's providing a lot of pressure on Bailey. Bailey over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive, and a block is called. Foul's going to be on number 23 for the Bluebirds, Braylon Hoops. That is her first and the team's third. Inbounded to Bailey. Bailey intended for Dunleavy, but goes out of bounds. Bluebirds ball. Schmucker with the ball. She'll send it all the way over to Gurr. Gurr goes back to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin over to Hoops. Hoops to Schmucker. Back to Sperlin. Kicks it over to Gurr. Gurr does Hoops. Hoops drives. Kicks it back out to Gurr. Gurr over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks inside. Sends it across the way to Schmucker. Intercepted by Hoops of the Chargers, and she'll bring it down. Schmucker providing pressure on Hoops. She'll send it over to Dold. Dold is looking inside. It's not there. She moves the ball. She goes to drive up with the shot, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker over to Hoops. Hoops back to Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr looks to take the 3, and it'll be short, rebounded by Dold of the Chargers. Sperlin providing pressure on Dold, and Dold is tripped up. Foul's going to be on number 1 for the Bluebirds, Sarah Sperlin. That is her first and the team's 4th. Number 11, Emily Flaming, has checked in for the Bluebirds. Inbounded to Dold. Dold over to Hoops. Hoop is looking inside. And nobody is there. She sends it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy's looking inside. She goes to drive and is called for a travel. Lerman's checking in for the Bluebirds for Gurr. Schmucker with the ball. She'll pass it over to Sperlin. Sperlin's looking inside, gives it back to Schmucker. Looks like a hold is called. Foul's going to be on number 11 for the Bluebirds, Emily Flaming. That's her first and the team's 5th. Hoops with the ball. Hoops goes to pass it inside. It's intercepted by Lerman. And looks like a foul has been called. We got a push on the Chargers, and that's on number 15, Cassie Dunleavy. That is her first and the team's 2nd. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin is looking inside, gives it inside to now Hoops with the ball. Back inside to Flaming. Flaming goes up. It's no good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. Just under 1 minute left in the quarter. Dunleavy gives it to Dole. Dole's looking inside to Dunleavy. She puts it up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks inside to Flaming. It's not there. She goes to drive, and a block is called on the Chargers. And that foul is going to be on number 1, Kirsten Dold. That is her second and the team's third. Matlack is checked back in for the Chargers. Sperling inbounds over to Hoops. Hoops inside to Lehrman. Lehrman goes up for 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Sperlin. Schmucker gets the ball. She puts it up. It's in and out. No good. And rebounded by Lehrman. And a jump ball is called. And it looks like it will stay here. It will still be the Bluebirds' ball. Just under 30 seconds left. Lehrman gets the ball, puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ryan of the Chargers. Hoops with the ball. Schmucker applying pressure over to Ryan. Ryan looks to take a shot. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Matlack, and a foul is called on the floor. We're going to stay here. Foul's on number 23 for the Bluebirds, Braylon Hoops. That is her second and the team's 6th. Dunleavy gets the ball in the inbound, puts it up for 2, and it's good. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Schmucker with the ball. She brings it down, sends it over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks inside, gets it inside to Lehrman. Lehrman gets it in, and it's no good, and that concludes the first quarter. Your score, Goessel Bluebirds 10, Burrton Lady Chargers 8. Chargers will start with the ball here. Hoops with the ball. Pressure brought on by Sawyer of the Bluebirds. Inside to Matlack. Matlack out to Carrillo. Carrillo looks to drive. And a jump ball is called. Bluebirds ball. Sawyer with the ball. She'll get over to Gurr. Gurr over to Zogelman. Zogelman is looking inside. Back to Gurr. Over to Sawyer. Sawyer shoots a 3, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. And Hoops will send it over to Matlack. Matlack's looking inside. It's not there. It's tipped out by Harrell. Matlack recovers it, sends it over to Hoops. Hoops loses the ball and is called for a backcourt violation. Sawyer with the ball over to Gurr. Zogelman back to Sawyer, over to Gurr. Back to Sawyer. Sawyer over to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside to Griffin. Back out to Sawyer. Sawyer shoots another three. No good. And knocked out of bounds by Griffin of the Bluebirds. It would be the Chargers' ball. Hoops with the ball. Hoops over to Carrillo. Carrillo is looking inside. Nobody is there. She brings it into Dunleavy, and a foul is called. Looks like a hold. Foul is on number 5 for the Bluebirds, Cheyenne Sawyer. That's her first and the team's 7th. Going to the line shooting 1 and 1 is Macy Dunleavy. Her first shot's up, and it's good. Chargers looking to bring it within 3. Her second shot's up, and it's good as well. Griffin to inbounds for the Bluebirds. Hoops ready to apply pressure. Sawyer over to Gurr. Gurr back to Sawyer. Back to Gurr. Gurr looks inside. It's not there. Sends it across the way to Zogelman. Zogelman back to Sawyer. Intercepted by Hoops. Hoops goes all the way up for 2, and it's good. Sawyer with the ball. Sawyer sends it over to Gurr. Gurr is looking inside. No one's there. She sends it across the way to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside. She kicks it into Harrell. And it's stolen by Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Hoops. Carrillo now has the ball. Carrillo inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy loses it. Sawyer gets a hand on it, and a jump ball is called. Dunleavy with the ball, gives it over to Hoops. Hoops takes a shot. No good. Rebound by Sperlin for the Bluebirds, and a foul is called. Foul is going to be on number 5 for the Chargers, Macy Dunleavy. That's her first and the team's 4th. Schmucker with the ball. She'll pass it over to Gurr. Gurr sends it across the way to Schmucker. Hoops gets a hand on it, but Schmucker recovers. Over to Sperlin. Sperman looks inside to Lehrman. Lehrman gets it. She sends it over to Gurr. Gurr shoots an open 3. No good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. Dunleavy will hand it off over to Hoops. Schmucker gets a hand on the ball, tips it back. Recovered by Hoops. Hoops sends it down to Dunleavy, and it's out of bounds on number 31, Harrell. Hoops with the ball. She'll get it into Ryan. Ryan goes in, looks to put it up, sends it into Matlack. Matlack puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. Dunleavy puts it up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. She'll send it down to Gurr. Gurr back to Schmucker. Schmucker's looking inside. Back to Gurr. Gurr to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin dumps it inside to Lehrman. Lehrman gets trapped, gives it to Schmucker. Schmucker takes the shot, and it's no good. Rebounded by Lehrman, given to Gurr. Gurr brings the ball over to the top, passes to Schmucker. Schmucker intended the ball for Sperlin, and it's tipped out of bounds by Dunleavy of the Chargers. Sperlin goes to inbound it. Schmucker gets a hand on it but loses it. Hoops steals it but is no good on the layup. Out of bounds. It'll be the Chargers' ball, and timeout called by Goessel. It'll be 30-second timeout. And here's a look earlier when Mackenzie Hoops stole the ball for a good layup. It's a very impressive steal. Ball intended for Bailey, stolen by Sperlin. Sperlin looks to go all the way. She puts it up, and it's no good, and a foul is called. Foul is going to be on number 1 for the Bluebirds, Sarah Sperlin. That's her second and the team's 8th. Going to the line shooting 2 will be number 3, Mackenzie Hoops. Shots up, no good, rebounded by Lehrman. And Lehrman will hand it off to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr looks inside, sends it into Sperlin. Sperlin dumps it into Lehrman, and a foul is called on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 5 for the Chargers, Macy Dunleavy. That's her second and the team's 5th. Matlack has checked back in for the Chargers. And we have another check-in for the Bluebirds. Hoops has checked back in. Ball is inbounded to Harrell. Harrell goes up, and it gets a hand on it by Matlack. Jump ball called. Still Bluebirds ball. Back into Harrell. Harrell puts it into Lehrman. Lehrman loses it, recovered by Dunleavy, and a foul is called. Foul is going to be on the Bluebirds. Shooting 1-1 will be Cassie Dunleavy. And that foul is going to be on number 25 for the Bluebirds, Kaylee Gurr. That's her first and the team's 9th. The Chargers are looking to increase their lead here. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. First shot's up, and it's good. Second shot's up, and it's good as well. Chargers increase their lead to 3. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker passes it over to Hoops. Hoops kicks it back out to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots a 3. No good. Ball goes out of bounds over the top of the goal. Chargers ball. Hoops with the ball. Hoops to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive, gets it out to Matlack. Matlack over to Hoops. Hoops brings it up towards the top, kicks it over to Bailey. Bailey is looking inside, back to Hoops. Hoops over to Bailey. Bailey to Ryan. Ryan looks inside to Bailey. It's not there. She drives, pulls up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. Just under 3.5 minutes left in the half. Schmucker over to Hoops. Hoops shoots a 3. No good. Rebounded by Lehrman. Lehrman goes up with it, and a foul is called. Lehrman will go to the line, shooting 2. Foul's on number 22 for the Chargers. Isiana Bailey. That is her first and the team's 6th. First shot's up, and it's no good. Second shot's up. No good. Rebounded by Ryan of the Chargers. Ryan will bring it down. She's looking at Bailey. Ball is intended for Bailey, and it goes out of bounds. Chargers ball. Excuse me, Bluebirds ball. Schmucker with the ball. 3 minutes left in the half. She'll pass it over to Hoops. Back to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Hoops. Hoops shoots a 3. No good. Rebounded by Lehrman. Lehrman goes to kick it out, but it's tapped. Chargers the last to touch the ball. It'll stay here with the Bluebirds. Gurr to inbound. She'll get it into Hoops. Hoops will shoot a 2, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. She'll get it over to Ryan. Ryan will put it up, but it's no good. Rebounded by Matlack. Matlack gets it thrown up, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Bluebirds' ball. Schmucker with the ball. Zogelman getting ready to check back in for the Bluebirds. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr back to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Hoops. Hoops over to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr intends to pass the ball for Harrell, and it's kicked by the Chargers. Still the Bluebirds' ball. And Zogelman has checked in for Gurr for the Bluebirds. Schmucker with the ball. Over to Zogelman. Zogelman back to Schmucker. Schmucker inside to Harrell. Harrell looks to put it up. Foul is called. Harrell will go to the line shooting 2. Foul's on number 4 for the Chargers. Mallory Matlack. That is her first and the team's 7th. First shot's up. No good. Second shot's up. No good. Rebounded by Lehrman. Lehrman kicks it out to Schmucker. Schmucker inside to Harrell. Harrell will go up again for 2. No good. Rebounded by Dunleavy of the Chargers. She'll give it to Hoops. Hoops will bring it down. She sends it inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes to put it up, but it's swatted away by Harrell. Recovered by Matlack. Matlack puts it up. It's no good, and we have a scrum on the floor. Jump ball. And it will stay here. Ryan with the ball. Gets it into Dunleavy. Dunleavy will put it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Hoops. Hoops goes to drive. She'll put it up. It's tipped out. No good. Recovered by Ryan. Ryan over to Bailey. Bailey over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy will put it up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. Just under 90 seconds left in the half. The score 20-15 Chargers. Hoops with the ball. She shoots a shot, and it's no good. Rebounded by Bailey, and a foul is called. Looks like the foul is going to be on number 11 for the Bluebirds, Emily Flaming. And that is correct. That'll be her second foul and the team's 10th. Going to the line shooting 2 will be Iceana Bailey. First shot's up. No good. Second shot's up, and it's good. Score is now 21-15, a minute 20 left in the half. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker will send it over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks to drive, kicks it back out to Schmucker. Schmucker looks to drive over to Sawyer. It's over Sawyer's head, and it will be the Chargers' ball. Hoops with the ball. Schmucker applying pressure, passes it over to Ryan. Ryan loses it, and a push is called on the Chargers. Foul is going to be on number 4 for the Chargers, Mallory Matlack. That is her second and the team's 8th. Going to the line, shooting 1-1 is Rachel Zogelman. First shot's up, and it's good. Second shot's up, and it's good as well. 1 minute left in the half. Hoops with the ball. The score 21-17. Hoops passes to Dunleavy. Dunleavy's looking inside. She goes to drive, kicks it out to Matlack. Matlack shoots a 2. No good. Rebounded by Zogelman. Zolgerman sends it over to Sperlin. Sperlin will bring it down. She's looking inside to Lehrman. Lehrman gets it. She tries to go up. It's not there. Kicks it out to Sperlin. Sperlin out to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots a three. No good. Rebounded by Matlack. Matlack will give it to Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes down. She loses control of the ball going down. Goes out of bounds but recovered by the Bluebirds. Schmucker gets it and tosses over Zolgerman's head. Recovered by Hoops. Hoops bringing the ball down. She'll send it inside Isiana Bailey, and it is no good as it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Bluebirds' ball with 15 seconds left in the half. Kayla Gurrs check back in for the Bluebirds. The Bluebirds look to set up their offense. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin over to Zolgerman. Zolgerman sends it over to Gurr. Gurr all the way over to Schmucker. Schmucker with the ball inside to Lehrman. Lehrman puts it up for two, and it is no good. And that will conclude the first half of the game. Your score, Goessel Lady Bluebirds 17, Burrton Lady Chargers 21. And we're back. The Bluebirds to start with the ball this half. Zogelman inbound it to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr's looking inside, sends it over to Zogelman. Zogelman inside. Tipped by Dunleavy. Recovered by Hoops. Hoops over to Carrillo. Carrillo back to Hoops. Hoops is looking inside to Dunleavy. Gives it to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks at Dole. That's not there. Back to Hoops. Hoops looks to drive. Gives it back to Dunleavy. Dunleavy will drive. She goes up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Gurr. Gurr looks to go all the way and is called for a walk. Hoops with the ball. She'll try to get it over to Dole. It's intercepted by Schmucker, and a jump ball is called that will stay here in Chargers ball. Inbounded to Carrillo. Carrillo goes inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy gets it, goes up with it. It's deflected. Rebounded by Dunleavy, and a foul is called. Dunleavy will go to the line shooting 2. Foul's on number 41 for the Bluebirds, Lena Lehrman. That is her second and the team's first. Second shot's no good. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr across the way to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside, gives it to Harrell. Harrell back to Zogelman. Zogelman over to Schmucker. Schmucker loses it but recovers it. Gives it over to Gurr. Gurr looks to give it inside to Harrell. Harrell to Lehrman. Lehrman looks to go up with it. Shot is good and one. Lehrman will go to the line shooting 1. Foul's going to be on number 1 for the Chargers, Kirsten Dold. That is her third and the team's first. And Mallory Matlack getting ready to check in for the Chargers. The shot's up. No good. Rebounded by Carrillo. Carrillo over to Hoops. Hoops down to Dold. Dold looks to drive. Goes up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoops. Hoops puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Dold. Jump ball is called. Be the Bluebirds' ball. Here comes Matlack for the Chargers as Dold will go over to the bench. Schmucker with the ball. She'll pass it over to Zogelman. Zogelman back to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr inside to Harrell. Harrell across the way to Zogelman. Zogelman to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots a 3. No good. Rebounded by Lehrman, and a jump ball is called. Be the Chargers' ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll get it to Carrillo. Carrillo's looking inside. Gets it into Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes up. No good. Rebounded by Schmucker, and she'll give it to Gurr. And back to her to bring it down. Over to Gurr. Gurr looks inside, sends it across the way to Zogelman. Zogelman over to Schmucker. Schmucker back to Gurr. Gurr shoots a 3. No good. Rebounded by Zogelman. Zogelman to Schmucker. Back to Zogelman. Zogelman will shoot a 2, and it's good. Scores now 22-21 Burton Chargers. Just under 5.5 minutes left in the quarter. Hoops over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive, loses the ball, recovers it, gets it inside to Matlack, and a timeout will be called by the Chargers. It's a 30-second timeout. Dunleavy with the ball. She'll give it over to Matlack, back to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to shoot. It's no good, rebounded by Harrell, and a jump ball is going to be called. Schmucker with the ball, over to Zogelman, back to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside, sends it back over to Schmucker. Schmucker into Lehrman. It's deflected by Dunleavy. Harrell gets it. Zogelman with the ball. There's a scrum on the floor, and jump ball is called. Hoops with the ball. Matlack intended the ball for Dunleavy, stolen by Lehrman. Lehrman will go all the way, up for two, and it's good. The Bluebirds have taken the lead for the first time since the start of the game. 23-22, 4.5 minutes left in the quarter. Hoops over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside, pressure brought on by Harrell. Dunleavy intended the ball for Dunleavy. It's stolen by Lehrman. Lehrman gets the ball over to Harrell, and Harrell steps out of bounds. Charger ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll give it over to Ryan. Ryan inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive. It's not there, and a travel is called. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker will give it over to Zogelman. Zogelman will shoot a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Hoops, and she'll bring the ball down. Gives it over to Ryan. Ryan down to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks to drive. It's not there. Pulls it out. Gives it over to Ryan. Ryan inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes to put it up, and a foul is called on the shot. Dunleavy will go to the line, shooting two. Foul's going to be on number 1 for the Bluebirds, Sarah Sperlin. That is her third and the team's second. First shot's up, and it's no good. Second shot's up, and it's good. The game is now tied with just over 3.5 minutes left in the quarter. Schmucker with the ball down to Hoops. Hoops will put it up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Hoops. Hoops looks to go all the way. She'll put it up, and it's good for two. The Chargers have taken the lead. Schmucker with the ball. Schmucker over to Gurr. Gurr out to Hoops. Hoops brings it back atop to Schmucker. Schmucker drives, pulls it out, gives it to Zogelman. Zogelman for two, and it's good. Hoops with the ball. Schmucker to apply pressure. Hoops over down to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside. Gives it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy inside to Hoops. Hoops up for two. It's no good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. She'll put it up. It's no good. She gets her own board. Loses it. Recovered by Gurr. Gurr goes down, and a foul will be called on Shelby Ryan for the Chargers. That'll be Ryan's first foul and the team's second of the half. Ball is inbounded to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Hoops. Into Griffin. Hoops with the ball. Pressure brought on by Dunleavy, and it will be knocked out of bounds by Dunleavy. And here's a quick look at that amazing fast break by Mackenzie Hoops. Excuse me, it will be the Chargers ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll send it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy is looking inside. She'll drive. She'll go up for two. It's no good. Rebounded by Zogelman. And a jump ball is called. We'll have a full timeout called by the Bluebirds. 2:15 left in the quarter. The score is tied 25-25. Here's another look at Lehrman's steal earlier for layup. Schmucker with the ball. She'll lob it inside to Zogelman, and it'll go out of bounds. Chargers ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll give it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy's looking inside. It's inside to Dunleavy. Pressure brought on and a foul is called. Dunleavy will go to the line shooting two. First shot's up and it's good. With that shot, the Chargers take the lead, 26-25, just under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Second shot's up. And it's good as well to increase the lead by 2. Schmucker with the ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll get it inside, and it's recovered by Matlack. Given over to Hoops. Hoops looks to go all the way. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Matlack. Matlack will put it up. No good. Tipped over by Hoops to Dunleavy. Dunleavy puts it up. No good, and a foul is called, and then we're going the other way. Schmucker with the ball. She'll give it over to Hoops. Hoops back to Schmucker. Schmucker gives it back to Hoops. Hoops will shoot a three, and it's just long. Bailey with the rebound, and she loses it, gets it back. We have a little scrum on the floor, and a push is called, and then we'll go back towards the Chargers. Foul's going to be on number 11 for the Bluebirds, Flaming. Hoops with the ball. She'll give it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside. Pressure's brought on, and travel is called on Dunleavy. Lehrman will check in for the Bluebirds. Schmucker with the ball. She'll give it over to Hoops. Hoops over to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Sawyer. Sawyer across the way, intended for Hoops. Intercepted by Hoops. And she looks to go all the way. Kicks it out to Dunleavy. Harrell gets a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. Chargers ball. Just under 1 minute left in the quarter. Score still 27-25. Ryan to inbounds for the Chargers. Gives it into Dunleavy. Dunleavy will put it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ryan. Ryan loses it, and Schmucker gets the ball, and a push is called. Foul's on number 15, Cassie Dunleavy of the Chargers. That's her second and the team's fourth this half. Schmucker with the ball. She'll give it over to Sawyer. Sawyer looks inside. It's not there. Pressure brought on. She gives it inside to Lehrman. Lehrman goes up for two. No good, but a foul is called. Lehrman will go to the line, shooting two. Foul's on number 5 for the Chargers, Macy Dunleavy. That is her third and the team's fifth. First shot's up. No good. Second shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. Hoops with the ball. She'll get it down to Bailey. Bailey's looking inside. Pressure brought on by Sawyer. She'll give it over to Ryan. Ryan looks to drive. Goes up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Harrell. Harrell will bring it down. Kicks it out over to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Hoops. And jump ball is called. And it will be the Chargers' ball. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Ball's inbounded to Dunleavy. Dunleavy will bring it down. She'll put it up for a three. And it is no good. And that will conclude the third quarter. Your score, Goessel Lady Bluebirds 25, Burrton Lady Chargers 27. The start of the fourth quarter, the Bluebirds will start with the ball. Schmucker with the ball. She'll get it over to Sperlin. Sperlin across the way to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots a three, and it's good. The Bluebirds have taken the lead, 28-27 here early in the fourth. Hoops with the ball. Pressure brought on by Schmucker. Hoops looks to drive. Kicks it inside to Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes up, and a foul is called on the shot. Dunleavy will go to the line, shooting two. Foul's going to be on number 31 for the Bluebirds, Bethany Harrell. That is her second and the team's fifth foul of the half. First shot's up, and it's good. Dunleavy looking to put the Chargers back in the lead with this next free throw. It's up. And it's good. And with that, the Chargers have now taken the lead. Harrell inbounds to Gurr. Dunleavy to apply pressure. Gurr kicks it over to Sperlin. Sperlin goes around. Kicks it out to Zogelman. Zogelman over to Gurr. Gurr down to Sperlin. Sperlin is looking inside. It's not there. Kicks it back over to Gurr. Back to Sperlin. Inside to Zogelman. Zogelman across the way to Gurr. Gurr over to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots a three. No good, rebounded by Dunleavy. She'll give it over to Hoops. Carrillo sets a screen for Hoops, and the Ball is knocked out of Hoop's hand by Bethany Harrell, and she's called for a foul. That'll be her third and the team's sixth. Lehrman is checked in for Harrell. Harrell. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It stays here. Hoops with the ball, inbounds to Dunleavy. Dunleavy over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy loses it, and there's a scrum on the floor. Jump ball will be called. And it will stay here. Hoops to inbound the ball. She'll get it into Dold. Dold over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy loses it, but recovers it, gets it over to Hoops. Hoops sets up the offense for the Chargers. She gets it, and she's going inside, up with the shot, and it's good for two. Schmucker with the ball. She'll get it over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks to shoot. It's not there. Gives it over to Zogelman. Back to Sperlin. Across the way to Gurr. Gurr inside to Zogelman. Inside to Lehrman. Lehrman goes up for two. It's no good. Deflected by Dunleavy and recovered by Dunleavy. Hoops with the ball. Pressure brought on by Schmucker. Carrillo sets up a screen for Hoops. Hoops goes to drive. Up for the shot, and it's good for two. 30-second timeout called by the Bluebirds. It's just over 6 minutes left in the game. Your score, Goessel 28, Burrton 33. Lehrman with the ball, inbounded to Schmucker. Schmucker over to Sperlin. Sperlin over to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside, gets it over to Gurr. Gurr across the way to Schmucker. Schmucker will shoot a three, and it's good. Bluebirds have brought it within two, just under 6 minutes left in the game. Hoops with the ball. Schmucker applying pressure. Carrillo sets a screen for Hoops. Hoops loses the ball and is called for a double dribble. Schmucker with the ball. Over to Gurr. Gurr down to Zogelman. Zogelman looks inside. It's not there. Gives it back to Gurr. Gurr across the way to Sperlin. Sperlin will shoot a three. And it's just long. Out of bounds. Chargers ball. Hoops with the ball. She'll give it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside. There's no one there. She gets it into her sister. She loses it. Sperlin recovers it, gives it over to Gurr. Gurr will bring the ball down the court. Gurr over to Zogelman. Back to Gurr. Across the way to Schmucker. Schmucker looks to drive. It's not there. Sends it across over to Gurr. Gurr looks to shoot a three. It's not there. Goes to pass to Lehrman. Lehrman loses it, but gets it back. Gives it back out to Sperlin. Over to Schmucker. Schmucker shoots the three. No good. Rebounded by Lehrman. And a push is called. Foul is going to be on number 5 for the Chargers, Macy Dunleavy. That is her 4th and the team's 6th. Mallory Matlack checking in for the Chargers. Shots up, and it's no good. Dold with the ball. She puts it up, and it's good for 2. Schmucker with the ball. She'll give it over to Gurr. Gurr gives it over to Harrell. Harrell back to Gurr. Gurr over to Hoops. And the foul is called. Braylon Hoops to go to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Foul is on number 15 for the Chargers, Cassie Dunleavy. The first shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Hoops. She gets it, kicks it out to Gurr. Gurr will shoot a 3. No good. It's tipped. Recovered by Dunleavy, and a foul is called. Foul's on number 21 for the Bluebirds, Elizabeth Schmucker. That is her first and the team's 7th. Going to the line, shooting 1 and 1 is Cassie Dunleavy of the Chargers. First shot's up, and it's good. Second shot's up, and it's good as well. The Chargers increase their lead to 6. 4 minutes left in the game. Hoops with the ball. She'll give it to Schmucker. Back over to Gurr. Gurr to Schmucker. Schmucker looks to shoot the 3. It's up. And it's no good. Rebounded by Dunleavy. She'll bring it down. Give it over to Hoops. Hoops will give it into Carrillo. Carrillo back out to Hoops. Screen set up by Carrillo. Hoops looks to drive. Pressure brought on by Gurr. Hoops puts it up. No good, and it will go out of bounds. Bluebirds ball. Schmucker with the ball. She'll give it over to Hoops. Hoops will shoot a 3. It's just long. Rebounded by Dold. Dold looks to go all the way. Pressure brought on by Gurr. And a foul will be called. Foul is going to be on number 25 of the Bluebirds, Kaylee Gurr. That is her second and be the team's 8th. Going to the line shooting 1 and 1 is Kirsten Dold. Sperlin and Zogelman have checked in for the Bluebirds for Gurr and Hoops. First shot is up, and it's good. Second shot's up, and it's good. Sperlin with the ball. And a block is called. That foul's going to be on number 15 for the Chargers, Cassie Dunleavy, and that is her 4th and the team's 8th. Going to the line, shooting 1 and 1 is Sarah Sperlin. First shot's up. No good. Rebounded by Carrillo. Stolen by Sperlin. Sperlin looks to drive inside. Gets it inside to Harrell, and a foul is called. Shooting 2 will be Bethany Harrell. Foul is going to be called on number 15 for the Chargers, Cassie Dunleavy, and that is her 5th foul. The officials are having a conversation as to who the foul should have been called on. Looks to be as though the foul will be called on Mackenzie Hoops for the Chargers. That is her first foul. Still the team's 9th. First shot is up, and it's good. Harrell looking to bring it within 6. Just under 3 minutes left in the game. Second shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Matlack, and she'll give it over to Hoops. Hoops is looking down the court. Pressure brought on by Schmucker. Hoops will give it to Ryan. Ryan looks inside. No one is there. She gives it over to Dold. Dold gives it over to Hoops. Hoops looks inside. Not there. Gives it over to Bailey. Bailey over to Dold. Dold is trapped. Gets it over to Ryan just in time. Ryan back to Dold. Dold is looking inside over to Hoops. Hoops will get it over to Ryan. Ryan down to Bailey. Bailey back to Dold. Dold over to Ryan. Pressure brought on by Lehrman over to Hoops. Schmucker with the pressure. She'll give it back over to Ryan. Ryan looks to drive, and a block is called. Ryan will go to the line shooting 1-1. Foul is on number 1 for the Bluebirds, Sarah Sperlin. That is her 4th and the team's 9th. Sawyer and Gurr have checked in for the Bluebirds for Lehrman and Zogelman. The first shot is up, and it's good. Chargers look to increase their lead by 9 with just over 2 minutes left in the game. Second shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Sperlin. Sperlin trips up but doesn't lose the ball. Gives it over to Schmucker. Schmucker down to Gurr. Gurr back to Schmucker. Schmucker to Sperlin. Sperlin over to Sawyer. Sawyer to Gurr. The Gurr intended inside for Harrell, and a push is called. Going to the line shooting 2 will be Harrell. And that foul is going to be called on number 22 of the Chargers, Isiana Bailey. That is her 2nd and the team's 10th. Shooting 2 is Bethany Harrell. Her first shot is up, and it's just long. Second shot is up, and it's good. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the game. The score, 40-33, Burrton Chargers. Hoops with the ball. Pressure being brought on by the Bluebirds. Over to Ryan, back to Hoops. Schmucker ready to steal. Gets it over to Dold. Dold is looking inside. Pressure brought on by Sawyer and Gurr. She gets it over to Hoops, and a timeout is called by the Chargers. Be a full timeout called by the Chargers. Here's another look at Dold's layup from earlier. .90 seconds left in the game. The Chargers with the ball. Schmucker applying pressure on Hoops. Hoops will give it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy is looking inside, gives it over to Dold on the outside, over to Hoops. Hoops looks inside, brings it up towards the top, gives it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy looks inside, over to Dold. Pressure brought on by Zogelman, gives it over to Dunleavy. Dunleavy's trap, gives it over to Hoops. Hoops comes back towards the top. Chargers looking to work the ball around, and a reach will be called on Elizabeth Schmucker. Hoops will go to the line shooting 2. And that is Schmucker's second foul, the team's 10th. First shot's up, and it's no good. Chargers look to increase their lead by 8 with this shot, and it's good. Schmucker with the ball, 1 minute left. She'll bring it down all the way over to Hoops. Ball intended for Schmucker, and a backcourt violation will be called on the Bluebirds. Dunleavy to inbound. She'll get it into her sister. Back to Dunleavy. Then Dunleavy over to Hoops. Hoops back to Dunleavy, down to Dold. Zogelman applying pressure. Gives it to Dunleavy. Dunleavy to Dunleavy. Dunleavy drives. Kicks it out to Dunleavy. Gives it over to Hoops. Hoops down to Dold. And a foul is called. Kenzie Hoops will go to the line, shooting 2. Fouls on number 21, Elizabeth Schmucker, and that is her third. First shot's up, and it's good. Chargers look to increase the lead to 10 with just under 30 seconds left in the game. Second shot is up, and it's good. Full timeout called by the Bluebirds. Hoops with the ball for the Bluebirds. She'll give it back over to Sperlin. Sperlin over intended for Schmucker, intercepted by Dunleavy. Dunleavy gets the ball. Pressure brought on, and a foul is called. Dunleavy will go to the line, shooting 2. Fouls on number 31, Bethany Harrell. That is her fourth. First shot's up, and it's just short. Second shot's up, and it's no good. Schmucker with the ball. 10 seconds left in the game. She'll get it over to Sperlin. Sperlin looks to send it across the way over to Schmucker. It's got by Schmucker. She puts it up for 3. It's short. Rebounded by Dunleavy, and that will conclude the game. Your final score, Burrton Lady Chargers 43, Goessel Lady Bluebirds 33. Up next, the Fairfield Falcons will take on the Maxville Lady Mustangs.